Yes, it is week 2. It's still summer. That's why we're dressed like this. Chris Berman, Booger McFarland, welcome to NFL Primetime week 2. You ready to rumble again?
Hey, I'm back again. Let's do it, baby.
You're a seasoned veteran now. One thing the vets all know, look, I know it's still, quote, summer.
Yeah.
What do we have? 54 Super Bowls. That makes 108 teams that have played in it. If you start 0-2, only 4 teams who started 0-2 even made it to a Super Bowl. So already some urgency, like in this show.
Let's do it.
2016, they were drafted 1 and 2. Let's renew acquaintances, as they said in Philadelphia. That would be Jared Goff, Rams, Carson Wentz, Eagles. Their first home game. And hello, how you been? Nice to see you. Eagles losers the first time out. Goff trying to go 2-0 on the young season. And this, I don't want totally new look Rams. Maybe it's old look, new look Rams. Tyler Higbee after a turnover 7-0. Goff. Play action, and that's what we're seeing. This is Van Jefferson.
The Rams are a running football team, and when they can run the ball, the play action sets up everything, boom.
Few plays later, 2nd and goal. Goff going to fake the hand. Oh, it's the toss to Robert Woods. He's signed for a receiver, but he runs 14-3 in the first quarter.
Sean McVay loves the motion side to side. That time he brought Woods back just like a run.
Goff is 11 for 11 as Rams in the red zone again, and he's looking for Eleanor Higbee, Beatles song. Gets the pylon for a touchdown. 13 straight completions to start the game. 21-3 Rams. Minute left in the half. Now this, Cooper Kupp can make a lot of things happen. Kupp fielding a punt deep inside his own 5. He didn't want this to happen. Whoop, 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 but then, oh, it's a fumble. Kayvon Wallace falls on it, Philly. At the 11, that's a gift. Can they cash in? 2nd and 4 from the 5. Miles Sanders goes 5 yards, not Miles, touchdown.
Really good hold there, opened up by the offensive line, and Miles Sanders did the rest.
So it's 21-16, a game that Rams had in hands, a theme for the day. Uh-oh, little play action, Arcega-Whiteside, but picked off Darius Williams.
Carson Wentz, late coming across the field. Anytime a quarterback throws late across the field, usually that's how it's going to end.
Interceptions have plagued him. Fourth quarter, it's 24-19 Rams. Darrell Henderson Jr. What? Look at this young man run.
No Todd Gurley, no problem. The Rams have a stable of running backs, and he's just one of them.
And Sean McVay says, see, 2nd and 3 from the 28. Goff, play action again, 3 times a charm. It's Higbee, 31-19.
It's the Eagles all season long so far. Linebackers covering tight ends, and Nathan Garrett did a poor job there.
Now it's 37-19. Wentz is trying to make something happen, but not this. Throwing into the shadows of love. It didn't work. Troy Hill with the pick. 2 picks Wentz. 37-19. The Rams win big. The Goff, we told you, with the 3 touchdowns to Higbee. Philly, playoff team, division winner, a year and 2, 0-2 start.
And Carson Wentz is trying to do too much early in this season. He needs to settle down and play within the offense. Unadvised picks 2 weeks in a row.
Carson Wentz trying to make things happen himself. I know there were 37 points given up, but
we're obviously frustrated. You never want to start 0-2. You know, last week, the way we lost to Washington and starting 0-1, obviously not what we want and not how we expect to finish ball games. And then today, coming out behind it again. We're not panicking. You know, we're excited to get back on.
Once upon a time, mostly before my time, I got to do it. The New York Football Giants and the Chicago Bears played for many a championship. I mean, now, admittedly, in the 60s and then the 40s. But anyway, no Giant fan, no football fan wants to see this. Saquon Barkley sent out of bounds by Eddie Jackson, grabs knee. We'll know more Monday, probably season-ending ACL.
As a player, as soon as it happened, you know, you can watch Saquon Barkley as he pounds the ground, he grabs a knee, he knows something bad is wrong.
And so carted off and nobody watching. Well, best player the Giants have. Meanwhile, good fourth quarter last week, started strong today. Mitchell Trubisky was magical. Mitch had plenty of time. Darnell full Mooney. Touchdown, 17-0.
I just love how Mitch didn't panic in the pocket, scrambled around, and gave his receiver an opportunity to make a play.
This is another look. The Bear, hey, it's a nice day in the sun. We like that. Look at the tan getting. Daniel Jones, a little shovel pass to Dion Lewis as he's being tackled. This was one of the many games today, Booger, that, well, this is kind of over. But the Giants said, wait a minute, we're in it. Now Lewis in the end zone at 17-10 ball game.
Bears coming back, fighting tough. for Coach Nagy.
Down 17-13. Giants down. Jones to Evan Engram. Moving into the Chicago territory at the 38. Hurry up. Tick, 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 tick. 4th and 4. 45 seconds to go. Down 17-13. Jones to Lewis. First down for the Giants. Tick, 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 tick. 4 seconds. 3rd and 6. Jones, the Golden Tate. Would this be the... Tate called for offensive pass interference anyway. The Bears hold on.
Without a doubt. And if you're Tate, you can't just extend the arm and push off. They're going to call it every time.
Chicago wins it. Hey, the Bears may not have been easy breathers, either one of them, but they're 2-0. They had 4 sacks. We know they have a defense, and the Giants fall to 0-2. So continuing in the NFC East, Dallas. Now, this was a game that got, forget it, they were long gone. They're playing the Atlanta Falcons in Big D. And Matt Ryan in town. Falcons, we know they can light it up, as can Dak. And it was going to be one of those games. Second drive, Dallas. Dak Prescott sacked Deion Jones and Dante Fowler. Fowler forces a fumble. John Kaminsky. It's where the White Sox used to play, I think. Never mind. Dallas fumbled 4 times and lost 3 of them. Ryan to Calvin Ridley off to a big start, 7-0 Atlanta.
If Julio Jones is going to get all the coverage, Calvin Ridley is going to have a big year, and he continued today.
So the Falcons, next time they've got the ball, do you think he's open? Hayden Hurst, open. 14-0, they would be up 20-0. Now, look at this. Quarterback in high school, right? Russell Gage lines up and, did Julio Jones drop the ball?
Doesn't happen often, Boom.
How? No. That would remember that play. Meanwhile, Prescott to Amari Cooper. You don't cash in, and here they come.
$20 million catch there by Amari Cooper.
Ooh, and 3rd and goal down. And look.
I'm thinking big fella.
Antoine Woods, once he was the fridge, this was more the freezer. He pushed Prescott into the end zone, but 29-24, the lead is down to 5. But Atlanta on 4th and 2, hey, they were firing away. Anyway, Ryan to Julio Jones, he caught it first down. Same drive. He threw the ball, and now this is what he's there for, catching the ball. Ryan to Gage, that's a nice play, 36-24.
Matt Ryan, he's been outstanding all year, and he continued today, Boom.
2nd and 2, Dallas. Prescott to Dalton Schultz. He knows something. It's a touchdown. Schultz with a touchdown, and Dallas going for 2. Wait a minute. 30.
I didn't quite agree with that move right there.
Yeah, it remains 39-30. It's a 2-possession game late. But Prescott to Michael Gallup Jr., 38-yard gain. Falcons challenge, but it stands. Prescott squeezes it in. Now it's 39-37, and after the extra point. But again, they got to get the ball. You will rarely see an onside kick like this.
Go get it, get it.
Oh, my goodness. Greg Zuerlein, perfect. It's like a lag putt at the U.S. Open. Watch this. The greens are fast. So hold on. Can it get to the hole? Can it get there? Falcons.
That's just poor coaching by the Falcons and their special teams. The Falcons, when the ball is coming to you, you don't have to wait for the ball to go 10 yards. You can go get it. The Cowboys recovered.
So they do it, and now Prescott to A, B, C, D, Lamb. We'll sing elementary school verses later, but it's 24 yards, field goal range. We're not worried about the distance that Zuerlein can kick it. Perfect onside kick, 46-yarder for the win. It's up. It is right down the middle. Greg the Leg does it. Cowboys were down 20-0 in this game, and so they avoid the 0-2 start. The Falcons have an 0-2 start. First time ever under Dan Quinn. 40-39 Dak, 400 yards plus throwing. Rush for 3 touchdowns. So despite the miscues, Dallas a winner.
I mean, it almost felt unreal, you know, with the start that we got off to, came out flat, turned the ball over 3 times, weren't really focused. But for us to, persevere and come back from that huge of a deficit with that bad of a start, kind of unbelievable.
We showed our resiliency today. First, want to thank just those 21,000 plus fans that showed up today. As you said, I don't know if I've been in many games like this. The only thing I can think of is the playoff game my rookie year. But to be able to get the win, and feeling those fans that were there, that stayed the whole game, that didn't give up on us, that was a huge difference.
There's no question this one stings, and it hurts. We've got to close out games when we get chances like this.
Well, look, a couple ways to look at this. First of all, it's still summer. The white cowboy hat, we like it.
Nice
you win
statement.
like that. How do we assess the Cowboys? I mean, that easily could have been a big loss. Not embarrassing, a big loss.
Well, Boone, first of all, this game set coaching back 20 years. Some of the decisions that Dan Quinn made, some of the decisions that Mike McCarthy made. But when you talk about the Cowboys, you have to talk about them being resilient. Okay, 4 turnovers early on, not playing well, down 20-0. And Dak Prescott, he gets a lot of blame throughout the offseason. Everybody says Dak doesn't deserve the money. Dak shouldn't be paid. He showed you today his presence in the pocket, how he orchestrated the offense, the rushing touchdowns, how he brought this team back. He put the Cowboys on his back. So I think if you're a Cowboy fan, that's what you take from this game. And if you're Mike McCarthy, you got to start making better decisions. I don't care about the analytics. I don't care about all that. You don't go for 2 in that situation. You kick the extra point, and you make it a one-score game with a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. A lot to be desired from coaching in this game.
And, when Atlanta kept the pedal to the metal, they've, almost 900 yards, a ton of points, and they're 0-2. Is their defense this bad? I mean, now, last week they got way behind Seattle, but they're capable of beating anybody, but not if you give up 40 with a lead.
Well, boom, there's a trend that happened here. Go back to the Super Bowl. 28-3, you're up. You should have a Super Bowl championship. You follow the trend. Today, you're up 20-0. Dan Quinn, they don't understand how to put away. There's a certain way you coach a game when you're up. You don't have to take your foot off the gas, but you have to control the game. You shouldn't, as an NFL team, when you're up 20-0, when you're up that many points under 5 minutes, you shouldn't lose. Dan Quinn needs to reassess how he coaches the football team because they lost games they shouldn't have.
Well, the team that's been losing games would be Detroit. But, they gave Green Bay a hard time last year twice, and Detroit always is in it, right? And last week they gave up a big lead themselves. Aaron Rodgers, is he still the Packer quarterback?
He's a bad man, Boom.
Against Matthew Stafford. Adrian Peterson, well, he's only been a Lion for a week and a half, all day, right, with AP.
Define Father Time week after week, Boom.
Inside the 10. And guess what? Stafford to Marvin Jones Jr. It's 14-3 Detroit.
It's a weekly thing. The lines are up and it's early. Can they hold on?
Well, it's the Packers. So 2nd and 5, second quarter. And Rodgers, last week, Adams caught a ton. This time out of the backfield, catching and running. It's Aaron Jones at 22 yards.
If you're going to cover Jones with a linebacker, this is going to happen every single time.
Next play. We mentioned Devontae Adams. There he is for 11 yards, a first down, and he beats the youngster.
Whoop! What a route there. My goodness. That's what you call cutting on a dime and giving the corner 9 cents change.
He beat Okudah, then Rodgers. Jones in the end zone. Look at this. There's no one here. You can get beer or cheese tossed on him or anything, not out of anger, out of fun. And so it's 14-10. Now here come the Packers again. And Rodgers to Adams. Will Harris called for a horse collar, which it was. A couple plays later, 19 seconds left. 2nd and 10. Rodgers. Robert Tonyan. Yeah, they don't have any receivers. We mentioned a name. Rodgers finds him, and they go up 17-14.
That's what you call throwing your receiver open.
Now, Jones. What? He's gone. He could go all the way. 75 yards, packed by 10.
Great block by the right guard, Elton Jenkins, to spring him.
Now, the Lions, can they? Chandon Sullivan, a pick 6. You dream about stumbling 5 yards for a touchdown.
Pressure by Rashawn Gary forced a bad throw, and a defender's dream, a pick 6. I never had one of those, Boom.
Well, you could have. I mean, you were nimble enough. 31-14, now 34-21, so the Lions have a chance until Rodgers, Marquez, Valdez, Scantling, scooting, down the sidelines, 41 yards, and then Jones, we told you he had a monster game. Ran for 168, caught 4 for 68, and this puts it away. Once upon a time, it was 14-3. Let's do some quick math. Use my abacus. And 39-7, the Packers outscored the Lions.
There's not an offensive line in the National Football League that's playing better than the Green Bay Packers. Run, pass, they dominated the game today.
So the Lions 0-2. The Packers are 2-0, division champs a year ago. Meanwhile, playoff team, the Vikings and the Colts are playoff hopeful. The loser would be 0-2, so urgency. Phillip Rivers, first Indy home game. Kirk Cousins, could he get it going? Well, Mike, that's Rivers with the hand. Jonathan Taylor, rookie, Wisconsin, 7-3 the Colts.
I'm the coach. I do a lot of running the football behind that offensive line.
Now it's 7-3. Kirk Cousins. Uh-oh, did he go all three? It's a safety, 9-3.
Kirk's a veteran quarterback. You got to know you can't hold the football, especially in your own end zone.
Now a minute to go in the half. It's 12-3. The Vikings down. Can they get something going? Cousins looking for Adam. Oh, what a feeling. Will he be dancing on the feeling? Oh, there are two Colts there. Kari Willis gets it. Julian Blackman tipped it. And coming all the way back. So late in the half, not only is it turnover, they're going to give up some points, a field goal.
Some very questionable decision-making by Kirk Cousins so far early in the season.
Now it's 15-3 third quarter. Cousins. B.C. Johnson. Kenny Moore makes the pick. Cousins, 3 picks, leads to another field goal. 18-3, kind of like playing blackjack. Hit me, 18-3. Now, Rivers said, you know what, my defense is doing it. Mo Ali Cox. Between two Vikings at the 2-yard line, and they're in business. And then Rivers going to put it away. Zach Pascal, and the Colts go on to win 28-11. The Colts, they're 1-1. There's Phillip with that look. Minnesota looks a little lost to me, Booger.
Well, it's the quarterback. The quarterback looks a little lost. The defense hasn't played well. They have to go back to their identity, playing really, really good defense. Run the ball with Dalvin Cook and don't turn it over.
Defensively, Meanwhile, the Bucs off to a loss first week. Tom Brady, we can't go 0-2, can we? Boomer and Booger just gave me the stat. He knew that. They're hosting the Panthers. Tom's first home game, if you will, at the new Sombrero. Brady, that's Ronald Jones' second, a 7-yard run for a touchdown. Bucs lead 7-0. Teddy Bridgewater back. Uh-oh, a hit from behind. Antoine Winfield Jr. Boy, has he made his presence felt. Jason Pierre-Paul with the recovery.
Just like his dad. He's a playmaking guy all around the ball, and he continues to do that for the Buccaneers.
Bucs in good field position. Brady to Mike Evans, and there you go. At some point, Tom's going to get on that Jolly Roger out of the end zone of the Pirate ship.
Talk about the chemistry. Little back shoulder. Tom threw him open.
14-0. Jones loses it on the exchange, though. Woodrow Hamilton recovers it, and so another game that looked to kind of be maybe get out of reach, but the Panthers into the fake punt. No! Jordan Whitehead stops Jeremy Chin right on the chin.
I think we've met our quota on fake punts already this NFL season.
Matt Rule fogged up the face mask. The flea flicker. Oh, those tricky bucks. Brady. Justin Watson, I presume. Little underthrown, but they'll take the game.
They'll take it, but it should have been a touchdown. Tom wants that one back.
3rd and 6 at the 14 to Leonard Fournette. Down to the 1. Brady says, you know what, that's good. You stay with me because guess who's getting the ball? You got it. Touchdown.
There's a new starting running back, I think, in Tampa, and his name is Fournette.
21-0. But Carolina hanging. Brady to Gronk. Oh, no. It's intercepted by Dante Jackson, and not only picked, look at him go. Bobbing, weaving. Going to be 44 yards. That didn't look good.
Just a little off there, Tommy, with the overthrow. That's strictly on Tom Brady.
And do you think you want to get in the game? You might as well give it to Christian McCaffrey. It's a 1-yard touchdown, 21-7. Still Tampa comfortably. 4th and 2. Just early fourth quarter. Matt Rule, rookie coach, Carolina. Let's go. Now, if you're going to go this time, don't give it to the fullback. Give it to McCaffrey. Touchdown.
Poor job by Winfield Jr. on the option play. You do not want McCaffrey to get it. He took Bridgewater. Bridgewater pitched to McCaffrey.
However, McCaffrey hurt. Ankle problem. Will know more Monday. Didn't return. 21-14. Onside kick. Gronk.
Somebody tell the Falcons, this is how you recover an onside kick.
Gronk. Of course, there wasn't, at any rate, no catches, but that was, and here's Fournette. Could go all the way. 46 yards en route to a 100-yard day. Touchdown, Bucs. They go on to win by the count of 31-17. Tom's numbers, again, it's not about numbers. It's about wins. So they're 1-1. Panthers have been competitive, but they're 0-2. Tom Brady after his first win as a Buc.
Execution was a little bit better. I think we still are a long ways from where we need to be. So it was, I think we have the ability to make plays. I think consistency, dependability are going to be things that we really need. So got to get back to work, and the clock's ticking on next week.
I think he has a pretty good history of that, and this game should have never gotten to as close as it did. But we let him back in. But I thought he played outstanding. His leadership on the sideline was great.
Now, people worry that a coach, well, he and Tom they're fine. It's coach, player, and the Bucs look closer to where they want to be. Admittedly, Carolina's not a Super Bowl team, but
you can tell the Bucs had more practice. If you just look at the Tom Brady, the back shoulder throw to Mike Evans, Tom threw him open. If you look at some of the routes, Tom Brady was more on the money today. Now, the Buccaneer receivers, they dropped several footballs today. The running game got going. So you can tell they went back to the lab and they practiced a little bit more. This team will be better in the second half of the season than they are now. They just need reps, boom. But Tom Brady, he's going to regret a couple of throws he made, especially the overthrow to Gronk across the middle.
We saw all those practices they had in June on some high school field. Didn't they have enough reps?
Berkeley High School.
Didn't they have enough reps? Let me just say something. Summer, by the time we play next week, will be over.
Yes.
And before I even see this highlight, even though he's my summer MVP, Gardner Minshew, you can't turn away from a game he's in. The Titans wanted to turn away because, my goodness, Doug Marrone, Titans hosting the Jags. Both teams, winner, week 1. Ryan Tannehill, tricky. Jonnu Smith. Oh, yeah. That will be a 63-yard reception. Tannehill looked good.
Nice job by Arthur Smith, the offensive coordinator. A little waggle created, and now Smith comes out the back door.
Tannehill's looking for Smith again. Plenty of time. Pretty. That's just a pretty play, 7-0 Tennessee in Nashville.
Great protection by the offensive line. Good throw by Tannehill.
And Gardner Minshew, he's interesting, even when it's not there. That ball was chipped out of the hands of Colin Johnson. Christian Fulton on the INT, and Fulton is like a Fulton steamer. And he stiff arms Minshew along the way. You can't do that to the MVP. 14-0 Titans after that. Now it's 14-7. Tannehill. Smith. Touchdown, 21-7. Another game that looked like, we can kind of turn away from this. But the Jaguars have a rookie named James Robinson. He runs hard.
They continue to get a lot of production from their rookies, Laviska Shenault and also Robinson.
24-17. Now Tannehill. Trafford, he's crushed. Deep pass. Adam Humphries, they score. Missed the PAT. But again, 30-17. But Minshew! It's a touchdown to Keelan Cole Sr., and they're in the game. It's 30-23. He's Fran Tarkenton. He's mini Fran Tarkenton. Minshew to Chris Thompson. We're tied at 30. Are you kidding me? This is just fun. Now the Titans. You know that Derrick Henry had several carries on this drive, but that's a big 3rd and 10 from Tannehill to Anthony Firkser. Stephen Gostkowski, you all saw it Monday night, but he is one of the best.
The long week now ends for Gostkowski.
Well, and Mike Vrabel said, I have my confidence in him.
Yes.
And
you have to.
We're not shocked that he made it. 33-30. Minshew, this one tipped at the line into the hands of Harold Landry III. And so Jeffrey Simmons, tipped it. And the Titans survive Minshew mania. They play Thursday night. He's must-see TV, win or lose. The Titans win it 33-30. So Tennessee, playoff team that got off to a slow start last year, now 2-0. Ravens, Texans. Here we go. We know what Baltimore did last week. They rolled it up on Cleveland. Lamar Jackson, Deshaun Watson, you expect a good show. Texans down 3-0 at home. Watson, not good to Darren Fells. Turn the ball over on downs. Deshaun knows, look, this other team's going to score. We got to do this. Ravens, 1st and goal from the 1. Patrick Ricard kind of throwing it to everybody.
Moonlights as a defensive tackle. He's also a fullback. What about the catch, though? Not a great throw, but look at the catch by the big fella. I see you.
Defensive tackle scoring. We got defensive mini fridge. We got everything. Now, Watson. to Brandon Cooks. Down to the 10. First down, Texans. The Texans with the 2nd and goal. Well, they open with Chiefs. Now they have Baltimore. And Watson throws to Fells. It's a 10-7 Baltimore lead. 13-7 Baltimore leads. 5.5 in the first. Kiki Cutie over the middle, but Marlon Humphrey. Boy, has he already had a great season.
He's one of the best cornerbacks in the National Football League. Even if you catch it on him, he's going to rake it through and knock it out. And the Ravens scoring on defense. They scored 6 TDs last year, and they're back on the defensive touchdown train again.
That's the peanut punch, and that's L.J. Fort storming the fort with the football. They review it, and they say it's a touchdown. So Fort means strong in French. It's Fort. 20-7 Ravens. Watson throwing. Oh, now that's nice to Cooks. First down at the 21. They're down 23-10. Look at this under the pressure.
Without a doubt. I would love to see Watson if he had a number 1 receiver. Oh, wait, they did. They traded him away.
Well, now Watson to Cooks. They've hooked up, but that's not going to get there. Watson upset with himself. They do get a field goal. 10-point game, 23-13. But you're playing Lamar Jackson. You're playing the Ravens. The fake handoff. Whoop, 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 whoop. Tyreek Hill might be faster, but they're not a lot.
As a defensive player, you do not account for the quarterback running the football. That's why it's so tough to stop him.
And now look, the direct snap to Mark Ingram between the left guard and the left tackle. Gone. 30 yards. And it's 30-13 Baltimore. Sean goes, well, I mean, we had the Chiefs. And now, as he tries to make something happen, Deshaun Watson, meet Deshaun Elliott. Spelled differently, different team, didn't work. Ravens go on to defeat the Texans 33-16. So, I mean, they already, not to anyone's surprise, Booger, the scoring machine. Houston defensively for a while looked better than they did against the Chiefs. They had the 10 days. And now they play Pittsburgh next. Nice schedule they got. They're 0-2, the Ravens 2-0.
Better, but not where they should be. The Ravens have a formula, boom. It's really simple. We're going to see how you're going to stop our run game. We're going to force you to defend the run. That's going to make you play man coverage on the back end. And we have guys, Hollywood Brown, Andrews, that you can't cover man-to-man. And as long as Lamar Jackson does not get hurt and that defense continues to play the way they have, they're going to be a tough out. They won 14 games last year, and they're right back. They picked up right back where they left off.
Well, I mean, and they've what's now? It's 14 regular season game wins in a row. See, they play the Chiefs next. We might watch it.
Yeah, just a little bit.
What network? I think it's here, right?
What night?
We know what night. It's Monday night. Now that game is going to be fun, and we'll see the Chiefs in a minute. Meanwhile, the team that the Houston Texans play next, the Steelers. Won on Monday night, short week, but home to Denver. Big Ben, the veteran, the youngster Drew Lock. And Lock's game would end very quickly. Under pressure, which the Steelers could certainly bring, the sack, it's a fumble. Mike Hilton has it, and Lock hurts his shoulder and was gone in the first quarter.
Sacked by Bud Dupree, who's off to an outstanding start to his season. Lock's got to learn to protect that football and get down.
So now Big Ben has the ball, and look at Juju Smith-Schuster.
Oh, look at the stiff arm.
Whoa! Steelers down to the 2. Next play, James Conner into the end zone, 2 yards, 7-0 Steelers. Now 7-3, Denver hanging. They got defense. Big Ben. The rookie from Notre Dame, Chase Claypool. Everybody into the pool, including Chase. 85 yards, touchdown.
Had an outstanding training camp. 6'4", 230 runs a 4.40. They are expecting huge things from Claypool.
And they got it there, Booger, 14-3 Steelers. Down 17-6, Royce Freeman going to pick up 13 yards. Later in the drive, Jeff Driscoll, former Lion, now in there, Denver. He looked all right. Noah Fant, he's a good player. Tight end U, that's Iowa, 20-yard touchdown, 2-point conversion. It's a 3-point game, 17-14, but the short pass to Smith-Schuster. And Juju Smith-Schuster, watch what he does on this play to Deontay Johnson. He's just having fun. High holy days, you know that Juju Smith-Schuster can do something. So he goes into the stands and says, hey, man, I'm the Steeler fan. Give me the ball. Having fun, and they're shaking up the big ketchup bottle, and they shook it up some more when Sam Martin bobbles the snap. It will go as a safety. Punting, not good. Steelers brought it, but you know what? The coaches shake hands. Mike Tomlin, Vic Fangio, guys that have been around a long time. The Steelers didn't put the game away either.
But it's amazing how the Steelers look, how energetic they look when you have a quarterback who you know you can win with and can make plays. Boom, the Steelers are going to be a tough out come January.
All right, well, so the Steelers 2-0, and now the Chiefs. New stadium for the LA Chargers and the Rams, of course. SoFi Stadium. For $5 billion, you ought to come up with something.
A little bit.
This is look at that scoreboard. Look at the place. Tyrod Taylor injured chest muscle before the game started in warm-ups. This was not a surprise start for Justin Herbert, the number 6 overall draft pick, but he's in the end zone, and he says, hey, I'm a big guy. I can take a touchdown.
Good job recognizing man-to-man, turned the corner, and got him a rushing TD.
Now the Chargers front gives the Chiefs trouble. Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce, that time they did not, but boy, did they the whole game. But the Chargers hanging tough. They play them tough, although the Chiefs usually win the game. Extra point was blocked. 7-6 Kansas City. Herbert. Jalen Guyton. Wait a minute. First half of the debut, he's run, and he's thrown for a touchdown. You got to go back. I knew this, right? Bobby Clatterbuck, 54 New York Football Giants. I remember him.
Long way back.
Chargers up 14-6. Joey Bosa sacks Mahomes 3rd and 25.
That's what you saw all day. Ingram and Bosa got after the Chiefs tackles.
So the Chiefs forced to settle for a field goal at 17-9. Now Herbert, look at him, running. Oh, but across the body. Oh, no. And slamming L'Jarius Sneed.
Cardinals saying as a quarterback, don't throw across your body. Nothing good happens, and it didn't at that point.
Now, Tyreek Hill had a couple of drops, but right here in crunch time, Mahomes, Mimi, the Roadrunner, and he bounces into the end zone. The Chiefs get a 2-point conversion, 17-all.
Just an unbelievable throw. Dare I say that's a $500 million throw.
Chiefs down 20-17, under a minute to go. Mahomes. People forget, yes, he can do this. This was a 3rd and 20. He picks up 21 yards. First down, Chiefs. 3 seconds to go as the Charger defense stiffens. Harrison Butker. We are going to overtime. 30-yard field goal. We're tied at 20. Chargers get the ball first. 3rd and 7. Can Herbert really do this? Let's see. To Mike Williams. Oh, he's short of the first down, and the Chargers have to punt. Now 3rd and 4. The Chiefs are down to the 49 of the Chargers. Mahomes. He scrambled twice in that tying drive. Not quite. 4th and 1. Of course, Kansas City's going for it. Darwin Thompson. The theory is good for a first down. Now, Andy Reid says 3rd and 5. Here's the rookie, Mahomes. Clyde Edwards-Helaire. But he stopped short of the 4th down. Butker will try a 58-yarder. He's made one already earlier in the game, and it is. Are you kidding me? The Chargers played that tough, and again, they're done in by a couple of 58-yarders. The Chiefs had their hands full, but they beat the Chargers 23-20, so they're 2-0.
I think we all expect the Chiefs to beat to beat the Chargers 23-20. Here's what I'll say.
Right.
You got to give a shout out to the Chargers. Justin Herbert, not knowing he was going to start, come into the game, the poise he played with, the future is bright in Los Angeles with Justin Herbert.
Well, and with the front. I mean, now the Chiefs had they beat them, but they had their hands full.
Yes.
They knew that going in also, even though they had the 10 days and everything else. Not every game is going to be a cakewalk like opening Thursday night.
Without a doubt. And I think if you're the Chiefs, you have to look at it and say, our tackles, Fisher and Schwartz, got to get a little better because the pass rush got after their tackles today, and Mahomes was a little bit off, and the Chiefs' defense gave up some yards. So things to work on early in the season.
They did, but they're set up for 2-0 Chiefs, 2-0 Ravens, Monday Night Football. This will be pretty darn good. You know who else has a chance to go 2-0? Say it. Circling the wagons. Oh, my goodness. Look at my producer, Chong, giving me the circling the wagons graphic. But Josh Allen, company, go to Miami. They beat the Jets. Could they beat the Dolphins? They had lightning delay. They had power outages. So we have to pick it up 20-17. And Allen to Stephon Diggs. Huge throwing day for Josh Allen, 47 yards. Allen to the slot receiver, Cole Beasley, and this is going to be an 18-yard pickup.
It's amazing when you get a number one receiver like Diggs, how it puts everyone in their position. Now Beasley can operate in the slot.
And it puts fellows like Gabe Davis open, and Allen can move. You know that? It's a touchdown. That, tell you what, they're giving him confidence. Throw it.
Great throw, but an even better catch. Look at that catch, keeping the ball off the ground. Quarterback always throw it to you when you can make catches like that.
So the Bills retake the lead at 24-20. Allen, you would think they'd nurse it? No. The John Brown, almost intercepted, miscommunications. But wait a minute. These are the Bills firing with a 4-point lead? Watch this. And there were several of these late, Booger, right? Allen to Brown for the touchdown. This is how the Bills are going to put games away, bombs away, Buffalo. I mean, it's not Jim Kelly. Come on. 31-20. It's awesome. 2.5 to go. Former Bills, former everybody quarterback Fitzy. Never out of it with Fitzy and Mike Gesicki. Picks up 19. Miami down 11. Still in it. Fitzy. Gesicki. Touchdown. Down 5, 31-26. Miami, of course, going 2. Fitzy. Preston Williams. We have a field goal game. And Jason Sanders is going to try to get the ball back in the onside kick, and it's Micah Hyde. Well, that one, you can run. He wouldn't want to hide, and they got it. Hard to get onside kicks. That Dallas one was odd, but, unbelievably done. The Bills hold on to beat Miami. They are 2-0, and Josh Allen, first Bill since some guy named Kelly in 1989. Throw for 400, threw 4 touchdown passes. Super Bowl runners-up. Could they start 0-2? Well, I'll tell you what. Raheem Mostert with the lead pipe in the conservatory. 80 yards, and he was a pro surfer. So, yeah, we're going to hang 10.
Let's catch a wave, boom.
Even in the Meadowlands, right? Jimmy Garoppolo, sacked by Quinnen Williams. He was limping all first half, though, tried to continue and did.
Yeah, a lot of complaining about the turf today in New York from the 49ers.
Well, and then Nick Bosa. Who knows? That's young Becton, the rookie tackle. They'll know more Monday, but that's knee, could be ACL. Another defensive tackle, Solomon Thomas. Mostert left the game. We'll show you the list later. They were really playing depleted right away. Garoppolo, Mostert, he's still in the game at this point, obviously. Early second quarter, it's a first down, and then he's limping. Garoppolo, Kittle out, Jordan Reed from New London, Connecticut. He's a nutmegger, 14-3 Niners.
Imagine if Jordan Reed stays healthy to go along with Kittle's. That pair of tight ends could be dominant.
Now Garoppolo, incomplete. Henry Anderson flagged, roughing the passer. He's already gimping, but he stays in. And you mentioned Reed. Remember some big years, Washington. Well, second touchdown of the day, it's 21-3 Niners.
Just a big body. He's a matchup nightmare. You can't guard him with a safety or a linebacker.
But just before half, Mostert goes off. Garoppolo goes off. The Niners, at least the way they looked at it, hey, this was a game that did not let the team way behind come back. And the 49ers avoid the dreaded 0-2 start. They win by the count of 31-13. And here's what we told you about, right? Now, Garoppolo left. Mostert left. Samuel and Kittle already out. Bosa left. D. Ford already out. Thomas, we showed you. Richard Sherman on IR. That's a lot. We're still in summer.
And the 49ers won, but they lost with all those guys being on the injured list right now. And as I said, Kyle Shanahan was saying his players were complaining about the turf being a little sticky. May have been the reason for some of the injuries. We don't know. That's just what they're saying out of the 49ers locker room.
Well, and they're playing the Giants next week. They're
on
staying
the
in
same field.
Yeah, well, that's interesting. Maybe they can play the Mean Machine instead. I don't know. I've announced that game once. At any rate, the only team that won in the NFC East last week, the WFT, Washington, the artist formerly known as Prince, Kyler Murray, Arizona to Hopkins, 12 yards. Arizona shocked the San Francisco 49ers last week inside the 10. I think 14 times they hooked up last week. You think they got together early today, Booger?
That combination is going to be lethal, just the chemistry in a shortened offseason. But the football team doesn't cover anybody.
If you're a football team, you got to cover, right? Hey, look, they had a big win last week for Ron Rivera, emotional for sure. Kyler Murray, he can juke, jive, whoop, 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 into the end zone, 14-yard touchdown, 14-0.
Again, you don't account for the quarterback running the football. Nice block out front by Edmonds, and Murray does the rest.
First Cardinals since Jim Hart, 1969, to have a running and a passing touchdown in 2 consecutive games. That's unbelievable. Murray, we love Jim Hart. Murray, Christian Kirk, it's not all hot. How about that throw?
Just an unbelievable throw. But look at Kirk stacking the defender behind him, giving Murray an opportunity to throw that football right in the bucket. Boom.
It sets up a field goal 20-0. So Washington came from 17 down last week. But Murray said, wait a minute, we know this. I'm going to see you, DeAndre. Look, it makes the move, spins, 25-yard game. First 2 games, he's caught 22 balls. Now, Cards, 2nd and 19. Well, you think he can run for it? Yeah. Yes, he can. Look at this. Electric. He's just electric.
May not be Lamar Jackson, but boom, look how elusive he is, and he doesn't take the hits. That's what I notice when Kyler Murray runs the football.
2 for almost 300. The Cardinals. Arizona Cardinals. Listen to me. The Arizona Cardinals are 2-0, and the Redskins, the team formerly known as them, the
football team.
WFT. It'll take me a little bit. We're mentioning Jim Hart. And they were in Washington's division once upon a time with St. Louis. At any rate, 30-15, Arizona. Well, we're looking at Kyler Murray, and he is, I know there's Tyreek Hill and there's Lamar Jackson, but he is, even though he looks even faster this year in the first 2 games, wins, has the game, in your eyes, slowed down for him already? Only 2 games into his second season, Booger.
The game's been slowing down for a while. He's running the same offense that he ran in junior high and high school. Now you put him in the second year in this offense with Cliff Kingsbury in the NFL. You get him a number 1 receiver in DeAndre Hopkins. They trade away David Johnson, and Chase Edmonds is elevated, who fits this offense better. And now you add the running ability of Kyler Murray. This young man is running in an offense he's very, very comfortable. The poise is there, and you can tell he understands where all his playmakers are.
One of them being Hopkins.
Exactly.
And you know what? Who knows? We're only 2 games in. That NFC West, the Rams off to a great start, Arizona off to a great start. Here's Seattle, here's San Francisco. They could all be 500 or over.
Yeah.
Who knows? Again, it's late September, and we only really should be back at school. So, game balls, you got one to give out?
Absolutely. I'm going with Aaron Jones.
Okay.
A lot of people talk about a lot of backs in this league, but there's no back playing any better football than Aaron Jones, a dual threat running back. You can't cover him with a linebacker or a safety. And the way he's running the football, the physicality behind this Green Bay offensive line, Aaron Jones has been outstanding. And as long as this Packers offensive line plays that way, with Aaron Rodgers, they're going to be a tough out in January.
Well, they play in a tough place, whether there are people in it or not. Always a tough out. Hey, the Bills are rewarding Josh Allen. They're giving him confidence, and he's rewarding them. Yeah, there's plays every now and then, but what is he, 300 week 1, 400 week 2? Josh Allen completing to everybody, throwing great. Of course, he runs, but his most impressive pass in Miami was after the game. Mom and Dad came in California. They go to all his games. Hey, Mom and Dad, catch this. By the way, it was complete. That is a quarterback that throws to all the receivers.
It's good to see his maturity both on the field and off the field involving his parents in the game.
Yeah, that's fun.
Yeah.
Buffalo's 2-0. You know what is fun?
What's that?
Sunday Night Football.
Yes.
New England at Seattle. Scott Van Pelt shows us how much fun it was. Scotty?
Boomer, the game itself was a ton of fun. Fantastic game between the Seahawks and the Patriots, but it was preceded by some awful news. When New England announced that James White was inactive, it was really odd to see that because he is such a significant part of what the Patriots try to do on offense. But the reason for his absence was tragic. White's parents were involved in an automobile accident Sunday. His father died in the crash. His mother is in critical condition. Tom Brady shared on Twitter Sunday evening that he was heartbroken to hear the news about White, who he called his forever teammate. Brady said White is one of those people who does everything right. He credited White's parents for raising an amazing son, and clearly James White was on the mind of his Patriots teammate Sunday night in Seattle. Bill Belichick and the Patriots won Week 1 against Miami. Seattle, of course, won on the road against Atlanta, and Russell Wilson was great in that game. They say, let Russ cook, right? Throw the football. Well, he does, and it's off the hands of David Moore. Jason McCourty with the grab there, and McCourty with a message for White. Meanwhile, Stephon Gilmore, Defensive Player of the Year last year, and DK Metcalf, second-year man out of Ole Miss, is able to out-muscle him for that touchdown. You see the NFL Next Gen stats tell us that that's the first touchdown that Gilmore has allowed as the nearest defender since 2018. He is remarkably talented on defense. Speaking of remarkably talented, Russell Wilson. Let Russ cook? I guess so. Finds Moore in the corner of the end zone there. What a catch to keep his feet in bounds. Wilson, I believe at this point, has got more touchdown passes on the season than he does incompletions. And the MVP talk is already gaining a ton of momentum. Across the formation comes Freddie Swain, and that's Wilson's 4th touchdown pass of the game. He's the first player in Seahawks history with consecutive 4 touchdown passing games. 28-23, let's make it 5. Chris Carson running back. A beautiful pass from Wilson. And it looks like Seattle might be able to put this one to bed. Just 3 minutes to go. But Cam can cook also. He finds Julian Edelman. And down there close, Cam, such a force in there close, takes it in, and go for 2, don't get it. Now, I get let Russ cook, but it's 3rd and 1. You got Carson, you got a million things you can do. You take a deep shot. New England's still got 2 timeouts, and you give them the ball back. They've still got 2 timeouts. Cam Newton's at midfield. He tucks it down and runs. They're got the 35-yard line, couple of timeouts. They've now gotten it down close. 1 timeout left, 9 seconds left. Newton, N'Keal Harry, down at the 1. They quickly call a timeout. What will you do? You have to imagine it would involve Cam Newton, and the play is blown up at the line of scrimmage. Remarkable job there. L.J. Collier comes in, blows up the block. There's nowhere for Newton to go. Bill Belichick said we called what we thought was our best play. It was stopped. Pete Carroll, Seattle, start the season 2-0. Take a look at the statistics. Remarkable to see that Wilson, 7 incompletions in this game, 5 touchdowns. You don't typically see that at the NFL level. Carson had that receiving touchdown. Again, Metcalf, the second-year man out of Ole Miss, had the touchdown grab as well. But Cam Newton, seeing this type of performance, Boom, you wonder how it's possible that he was still available so late into the summer.
All right, thank you. Football action left, right, and guess what? You know, you're in it just about to the top of your shoes. You're in it now.
Yeah, absolutely. Sock's not wet yet.
No, I mean, but listen, you ready to really get down and dirty here as we move forward on Primetime?
Let's do it.
This is a fun show. Glad you could all enjoy it with us. Booker McFarland, I'm Chris Berman. Week 2 in the National Football League.